Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to watch today. And I think, as I mentioned at the end of last week's video, I think I mentioned that I was going to be potting things up and taking them to work for my coworkers. So that's really what today's project is going to be, is potting up some of my remaining plants so I can take them to the office tomorrow. This weekend is actually going to be Memorial Day, and here in Michigan is the traditional day for a lot of people to start planting their gardens. So with that in mind, because who am I to stand in the way of tradition? But because I'm trying to make sure that my coworkers, well, my coworkers know, I put a message on the company chat page for the local office, and I said I'm going to be in the office on Wednesday. Here, I'll have some plants. It will be first come first served due to limited supply, just because I think I've only got about 3 tomato plants left. I do have a few that I still have a couple extra that are accounted for, but I don't have that many to give out to my coworkers, so I have like 3 tomato plants. And just some other things that I'm going to take in to see if anybody wants them. I would rather see my plants go to good homes than in the compost pile or the garbage, so that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to crack on. Before I get started, I'm folding up newspaper pots kind of as I go, because that's what it is. I do have some things already in cardboard or newspaper. I'm taking some cinnamon basil, 2 of the summer squash, which this one is kind of behaving weirdly, and the one that I planted in my garden is also behaving quite strangely, and I feel bad. I don't know what's going to happen. I might end up taking a seed for this one in for my coworker, because I did put this one aside for someone specific. So I put the summer squash aside for someone specific, but everything else kind of is going to be first come first serve. But I'm folding up the newspaper pots because I'm not taking these or these. I love my coworkers, but I know that if I took them in those plastic pots, I'm probably very unlikely to see about half of them ever again. So It's the next morning now and I'm getting ready to go leave for work, but I thought I would show you so this is actually just tray 2. I have another tray. I already put it in my car this morning because I've been getting ready. But this is the second tray. So as you can see, I've got a tomato in there. I already have the other tomatoes in the car, but got some bunny's tails grass, some zinnias, some coleuses in case people want them. Got a couple snapdragons and some basil. I guess we'll see if my coworkers want any of it. Fingers crossed they do. I'm sure the tomatoes will go. I'm sure the tomatoes will go. Everything else, not so sure. So it's Thursday now, and I thought I'd just sign off here. The good news is I took all my plants, well, I didn't take all my plants, but I took all the plants that I had potted up into newspaper pots. I took them to the office yesterday and I came home with nothing, which I am so happy about. So that was good. My tomatoes, the 3 tomato plants I took, all were chosen. And then I had some stragglers at the end, but 2 of the older women who work in the office, one of them asked her cousin if her cousin wanted anything, so her cousin did, and so she took some things for her cousin, and then the other older lady in the office took what was left. So the good news is I have my extras. The only thing I have extra of that is still in need of a home, but it's spoken for, is a tomato I'm gonna take to my parents' next door neighbors, and then I also still have some basil that I'm gonna take to the gentleman who lives 2 doors down from my parents, to the basil that I mentioned a couple weeks ago. So that's good. I'm really excited, and I'm glad that my selection is smaller. My selection is dwindling, and I'm so happy about it. The good news is too, and this is really exciting, in next week's video, you're gonna see me planting things out and putting them in the garden, because while I was at work yesterday, my dad had come over here to do something, I don't remember what, but he took a look in the garden. He said, just get it in, it's ready. So, and I was kind of expecting it would be ready soon, thankfully, but it's nice to, I don't know, I value my dad's opinion. My dad's like my favorite second opinion, if I'm being honest. But we're gonna get everything in the garden here in the next few days. You'll see that in next week's video. I'm so excited. I feel like the season's finally doing something. So I'll let you get going. I appreciate it if you've taken the time to watch this far. Go ahead and comment below. Tell me what, if you've gotten anything in the ground yet, or if it's coming up, or if you still think that you've got a ways to go. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.